Brandon Hall from West Michigan Politics is there waiting for us. And start things off. Good morning. How are you?
Happy Monday, Michael. How you doing?
Well, it won't be a happy Monday for Cindy Gamrat or Todd Courser based on the report I saw on West Michigan Politics yesterday. Share it with the rest of us, if you would.
Yeah, well, I obtained some pictures of apparently Representatives Gamrat and Courser would visit parking lots across the state, restaurants, strip malls, and I obtained a couple photographs of the representatives meeting in a Lansing strip mall to meet up for, they would mess around like teenagers basically in cars. And so I have a picture of Representative Courser giving Representative Gamrat a foot rub is the picture.
And how do you come across a picture like that?
Well, I've had some great sources in this story from the beginning, as you well know, and it's just they just keeps continuing.
So the did I read that the picture was taken by Cindy Gamrat's husband?
That's what my source says.
So,
yeah.
So he was sort of shadowing them or following them and gathering evidence?
That seems to be the case. And we know from the recorded conversation that Courser and Gamrat had even suspected Joe of being the potential blackmailer, which I do not think yet. There's not evidence to substantiate that yet, but that's what they thought.
So these are, and the full report is made available to everyone today from the House Business Office. Is that right?
It's finally here. It almost seems like it's been with the lawyers for a week. It almost seems like it's been with the lawyers as long as it took for them to do the investigation. So it's supposed to be released today. My sources tell me that the kind of foundation of the report is going to be the taxpayer time and resources spent on Cindy's race for Republican National Committee woman to replace Ronna Romney McDaniel. That they had staff phone call and email people. For that race, it was an all-hands-on-deck approach. So I don't know how much of the affair will lead to their downfall, but other things that have now been uncovered. It's like a smaller scale of Capone. They couldn't get Capone for murder, but they got him for taxes. So it's like a much smaller scale version of that, it seems.
No, I don't know if it matters because I don't know that the state legislators necessarily keep a certain amount of hours or so forth. But the meetings that you have, and the picture that you have, you suggest in the article there are more than one occasion where they went to different parking lots across the state?
Yeah, they would go to strip malls, restaurants. Evidently, there's some sort of French fry viewable in the picture. So they had apparently just visited Wendy's. It seemed before that, but apparently they would reschedule meetings that they'd had on their calendar in lieu of. So they could go and to these parking lots and do these hookup tours. They'd go to parking lot after parking lot some days, apparently.
Tony Cuthbert in the orchestra working with us this morning.
Yeah, good morning, Michael, Patrick. Good morning, Brandon. It's kind of curious. I do see the French fries, and also it shows an even more need to fix the roads in these pictures as well with all the potholes right behind. Yeah, it's pretty. Would you, Michael Patrick, allow anybody to give you a foot rub after they ate French fries? Their hands are all greasy.
Well, that maybe would make instead of oil or whatever on your feet.
Yeah, instead of the mint oil or whatever you put on. Okay, never mind.
There also looks like there's a parking ticket possibly there. I can't quite there's some sort of envelope, and I think it might be a parking ticket. I'm not quite sure, but I noticed that also. So
someone sent you these pictures?
Yes, I received these pictures from someone who is close to this situation.
Okay, and obviously, if I ask you who, you won't reveal your source.
Yeah, that would just just can't do that. You know how that goes in the game. But
it's not.
My
Cindy,
sources have been right from the beginning, so I'm going to stand by it.
It's not Mr. Gamrat, though, is it?
No, it's not. I am willing to say that it's not Joe. It is not Joe. And I also, a lot of people, and let's be real, a lot of people believe that Joe is the blackmailer. There's no evidence of that, though, yet. So I think people who are rushing to the conclusion that it is Joe, maybe it is. But there's not a single bit of concrete evidence that says that yet. So let's keep the jury should hopefully still be out on that one.
Okay, how can people see these pictures? How do they get to your site?
Well, just go Google West Michigan Politics, or you can go to westmichiganpolitics.blogspot.com.
Okay.
And we're going to get rid of that .blogspot.com soon. It's time for a real URL. But for now, just Google West Michigan Politics or westmypolitics.blogspot.com.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael.
It'll be blowing up this morning, I would think, from people